Crawford and Spence fight. Good fight. But what happened? Man, I couldn't even tell you. I was down for Errol Spence. I thought he would make it a good fight. I thought maybe a 10th round knockout. I thought Spence can probably knock Terrence out in the 10th round. But boy, was I wrong. I think Crawford knocked Spence out in the 8th round, something like that. And but I thought Errol would knock Crawford out in the 10th round. That's what I thought. I thought it would be a good back and forth fight, good even fight. And but what really happened in the fight, looked like Crawford was just outsmarting, just had a good game plan that for Spence. You know, he had a good game plan, like he knew everything Spence was finna do, and he had good defense for it. And so it's just an unfortunate night. Spence is still one of the top fighters, still a good fighter, but it just was an unfortunate night that the guy with the better game plan, the guy with the better smartness, won the fight. That's to me, that's how Crawford won this fight. It was better game plan, better smartness. Now, there's all this kind of stuff all over the internet about how bad maybe Spence is hurt from the two accidents he had. One was a head-on accident. Another one was maybe a car flipped over or something like that. And then he had an incident to where his he had a tear in his eyeball, something from a sparring another fighter. And so some people think he ain't fully Spence no more. Think he fighting hurt or fighting at half capacity or maybe 75% of who he was. And so making this fight against Crawford very dangerous. But when I looked at the after the fight interview from Spence, he didn't make no excuses about what happened. You know, he took it. He said Crawford was the better man that night. He said it like that. You know, he didn't make any excuses. He just said, you know, he lost the fight. Crawford was the better fighter. The better man won, and I like that. You know what I mean? Because if you hurt and you know you hurt, then why you step in the ring? You know, that's what people gonna say. You know, wait till you're not hurt. And I think this fight took 3 years because Crawford was getting in car accidents. He got hurt in a sparring match. So I think this fight took some time because of that. So uh, Spence might have been feeling some pressure to just get this fight in and get it over with. He don't seem like the type of person that would have been ducking Crawford. So Spence might have been feeling some pressure to get this fight in no matter what, get it over with, let the people get the people what they want. Uh, and he got a rematch clause. So Spence has a rematch clause in the contract against Crawford. And so I hope he take it and come back and fight a better fight because it just didn't look like the Spence we know. Shout out to Crawford. I know he might be that good. Crawford remind me a lot of Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins would just outsmart you and beat on you and beat on you, and then seventh, eighth, ninth round, you ain't got nothing left, or you beat down real bad and he gone and knock you out, get you out of there. That's the Crawford way. That's the Hopkins way, and Crawford remind me a lot of Bernard Hopkins. They call Bernard Hopkins the executioner. I wonder how long it's gonna take before they call Crawford the executioner because that's exactly what he been doing. Did I doubt Crawford? No, I didn't doubt Crawford. You know, a lot of people was betting on the fight, Crawford and Spence. I didn't even bet on the fight. I didn't even feel comfortable betting on the fight. I thought Errol would win, 10th round knockout, like I said in the beginning of the video, but I didn't even feel comfortable betting on the fight. You know, I thought this was a 50-50 fight. Either one of these guys can win this fight. So I saved that little money. And as you see, I would have lost anyway because Crawford won. Spence lost. Um, but Crawford is who he say he is. He's dangerous. Uh, like most people been calling him, he a monster. And I think I saw Zab Judah interview. He said Crawford might be better off moving up and fighting Canelo. I disagree with that. From what I've seen from Crawford and how much he has done, 4 belts and all this, Crawford kind of remind me of Floyd Mayweather. I think Floyd Mayweather would be the best fight for Crawford, entertaining fight. Just let two smart dudes good at what they do get in there and box it out. Now, who would I pick between Floyd Mayweather and Crawford? I'm picking Floyd Mayweather. You know, the defense is superb. You can't beat or you can't beat or win a fight or something you can't hit. You know, Floyd to me would be the type of guy you can't hit him. Now, would Crawford be dangerous in that fight? Yeah, Crawford from now on he dangerous in any fight. You know, he don't have nothing else to prove to me. He didn't have nothing to prove to me at all. I've seen what the kind of work he was putting in, but I don't know. Sometimes dudes become famous and they just don't get the push that they should get. They just don't get the notoriety that they should get. I don't know why. Crawford ain't never did nothing negative or wrong to anybody. He, you know, put that work in, beating up people and winning his fights fairly, no cheating or nothing like that. I don't know why he. But for me, I just thought Spence was, maybe I watched more Spence fights than I watched of Crawford. That's probably why I was on thinking Spence would win. But like I said, I thought it was a 50-50 fight anyways. I didn't even bet on it. That tells you something. All these bets going on. I didn't even bet on it. I didn't know which way this thing was going to go. But I felt Spence would win in the 10th round by knockout. And look at this. It's all flipped backwards. I was wrong. Crawford won in the 8th round by knockout. Wow. So sometimes you see two fighters and both of them undefeated, and you never seen one knocked down, and when two good ones get in there, you're gonna find out which one is really the elite. Not saying Spence ain't an elite fighter. I think Spence gonna go on and win all his next fights. I think Crawford is just a problem from anybody. Yeah, I don't think it's Spence problem. I think Crawford is a problem for anybody. Anybody can would have problems with Crawford. Anybody can get beat down from Crawford. So hopefully Errol hold his head up. You know, in the game of fighting, a game of boxing, any game, sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose. That's just the way it is. You gotta bounce back. Hopefully he take the rematch. For me, he should take the rematch and prove himself. He can fight a better fight. Even if he don't win, just fight a better fight. You know, show the world that he is who he is and he belongs at the top. So I hope that happen. But if it don't happen, I understand because I think Crawford to me is a dangerous. He's a monster. So Crawford would be a dangerous fight for anybody, especially the way I never seen Errol hurt like that, the bruised up face. And, you know, was that Crawford trying to send a message like this who y'all think is good that could beat me? Okay, let me. The only person that remind me of this Crawford stuff is Mayweather. Mayweather the same way. Oh, this who y'all think can beat me? When he fought Pacquiao and Arturo Gotti, he went to work on them dude. This who y'all think can beat me? Okay, come on. Let's get on in the ring. Let's handle this. Let's show the world which one is the top fighter. So good fight, Crawford, Errol Spence. I hope they run it back, rematch. There's a rematch clause in it. I hope Errol keep his head up, come back and show us some more good fights. I know he got good fights left in him. And I hope one day Crawford fight Mayweather. That's right. I think the only good fight out there for Crawford is going to be Mayweather. I think a lot of people are going to be ducking Crawford now, what he did in the Errol Spence fight. A lot of people are going to be ducking him. A lot of people was talking stuff already, but I don't know. I think they're going to be ducking him, man, making excuses and all this slick talk. But let's see. Congratulations to Crawford. Don't want to seem like I'm hating. I was on Errol's side, but Crawford won. Congratulations to Crawford. to see these dudes fight again in a rematch. I'm out.